do you see the services building onto the home network or via the home gateway basically just racking up as consumers realise that they can do it and they can get it from it, including things like their home security, like their home remote management?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's an exciting new space. I mean, we're sort of launching a whole new business line around this space of advanced home services, security, and hopefully some point energy management and lighting controls and all of these. Some of them clearly don't have a business model yet, but I think, yeah, as these devices become more connected, and obviously fixed mobile convergence is a key piece of that for our wireless customers, because we are a wireless provider as well. So I think we're on the cusp of an exciting new set of connected home services, and there's still a little pain left as the market works out the winners.
And who buys the gateway? And is it the service provider, or is it the consumer, or is it like the set tops today?
That's probably the regulatory environment has a lot to do with that. Different business models.
So for the home network to work, both for the consumer and for the person providing it, I mean, how rapidly do you see that market expanding, and what's the one key thing that you think needs to happen to have that market really open up? I mean, is it standards, for instance? I mean, is that always going to hold things back?
The standards are there for most part. I mean, the DRM issue is still, I think, a blocking issue in many cases, and it's just a matter of how fast I think it will have to come from the operators, push out the technology, provide it, or make it sell the boxes and install them or things like that. But it will come, and it has to come initially from the operators, I think. But of course, there are still people out there who don't want or don't require a home network. So I mean, it will just grow and keep on growing for a long time, I think.
Jeff?
Well, you look at the investment that at least the cable operators have in their existing installed base of set-top boxes out there, and there's hundreds of millions of set-top boxes out there that just don't go away overnight. So certainly a home gateway that is doing all of the communications applications, well, that's a given. That happens. To tie in the media is going to take a longer time in terms of when you get the ability to either have that gateway be a device that then sends it to the other points within the house, and then maybe it's a hybrid QAM IP type of set-top box initially. But it's really the time frame from moving from your broad set of set-top boxes out there today to a model where either you have a headed device in the home that does the rendering of all the stuff, or you've got new set-top boxes in the house, or they're all IP capable. That's going to take time. That's going to take time. There's a lot of investment.
Yeah, it never goes as quickly as we would like. We are rolling out a multi-room DVR product right now that connects all the TVs, but again, it's not connected back to the data network. We're also rolling out a gateway product that's a combined voice and data gateway, DOCSIS 3.0, EMTA, Wi-Fi device. But again, that's not connected to the video network. So right. We're rolling out two different networks, and then we're speccing out and looking at the next generation of sort of the Uber gateway, although it's going to be a relatively thin device to handle both.
Marry those two together.
Yeah, to marry those two. Yeah. But unfortunately, I mean, I'll probably do 1,000 connects today, right? And these are customers that need my service today. And what I have today to put in their home is that DOCSIS 3.0 gateway and the multi-room DVR. So I got to keep my business going while it's slow, unfortunately. I'd like it to move faster because it's frustrating, but that's...
Christopher?
I think at the end of the day, the consumer brings their eyeballs and a certain number of screens to the table. And for us, really, the technical challenge is about how do we make sure we as content providers and aggregators bring our content to any screen that they should happen to own. And that very often is going to be with gateways. It's very often also going to be over the top. Really, our challenge is how do we insinuate ourselves so deeply into a customer's life and into their enjoyment of the content that we provide that they'll never leave us. And I think that's really the business and the consumer challenge that we're facing.
Good. Thank you very much, gentlemen. A fascinating discussion.
Thank you, Nick.
And home networks, well, I think we've established they're absolutely vital, but not simple. And it will take a while before we know where exactly we're going, let alone whether we've arrived.